Oh. Hello, everyone. Welcome back to my Master Your Mind Masterclass. And in my hot seat today, I have Emily Rose Summersett. She's in the Dominican Republic right now. Guys, how cool is that? It was cool, but she did have a little hurricane challenge this past week. But we are here live to talk to you guys. She is a personal mastery coach for high achieving entrepreneurs. I love that. Those are people that want to play big. So if that's you, Emily's your girl. So welcome, Emily. How are you?
I am great, Carrie. Thank you so much for having me.
I love it.
Yeah, it's always, I just always love collaborating with other entrepreneurs who are really trying to educate and inspire others. So thank you for having me, and I'm excited to be spending my time with you people out there.
I love it. I love it. She's originally from Colorado, so she's just being a nomad right now. She's floating around in an island.
Yeah, having the location-free lifestyle.
Yes.
It's been a goal of mine for a while, and realized that it was possible, and so here I am. I'm living it.
I love it. I love it. So kind of take us through that journey a little bit, Emily, if you don't mind sharing your story. How did you land here? You know, how did you end up in Dominican Republic?
Yeah, absolutely. So I guess it really goes back to, and this kind of ties into the reason why I decided to specialize in personal mastery and really understanding the way our brains work and the role that they play in our lives. So my husband was in a very high stress job that was just causing him, massive anxiety, depression, the whole 9 yards. And he basically had what we call a breakdown to breakthrough. He had a nervous breakdown. And so when that happened, it really kind of turned our world upside down. And I really wanted to understand what was going on with his brain at that time. Like, what was causing this anxiety? What was causing depression? I felt like, everything else in our lives was really amazing. Like, we loved each other. We had been together for 10 years at that point. We had built this beautiful life together, had a beautiful home, had amazing friends. Just life was great, except for that job of his. There was a catalyst that was really tapped into something deeper that had to deal with his past and his upbringing. So in that moment, I was like, all right, here's the person I love most in my life, and he is suffering tremendously, and I need to find out what is going on with his brain. And so from there, Eckhart Tolle, A New Earth, that book landed in my lap, and I really began to understand the duality of our minds and how we have this mind that is aware and conscious, that's connected to source, that is love, and then we have this mind that is very constricted. It's more a part of the ego. It's very conditional, and it's not really in the present moment. It's what we call the chitta-vritti in yoga, the monkey mind. Mm-hmm. And so that was just the beginning. And I realized that the life that we were living, even though, for me, it felt really amazing. It was definitely more of a conventional life. We both had jobs, 9-to-5s. We had a beautiful home that literally had a white picket fence in the front of it. Great car. We had obviously amazing friends. We both loved to recreate, and we were engaged in activities that we loved. But there were some components in our work life that just really weren't totally fulfilling. Me, myself, although I had chosen jobs where I could really contribute and be of service, I felt like there was a cap on my potential all the time. And so the next few reads, books, magazines, etc., that came to our life were the 4-Hour Work Week, Eat, Pray, Love, and Success Magazine. And I always love to tell people that was reading those 3 things together on a trip to Tulum, Mexico, was the elixir that really got us started on our entrepreneurial journey. Reading, obviously, Eat, Pray, Love. Everyone knows Eat, Pray, Love, this amazing spiritual journey that Elizabeth Gilbert goes through. For those of you who a lot of you are probably familiar with Tim Ferriss, but for those of you who aren't, he wrote the book, The 4-Hour Work Week, which is a book that's all about leveraging our genius, finding a muse, so that we're spending the majority of our time doing that versus doing stuff that's not inside of our area of genius, and being more efficient and being strategic in how we're using our time. So, and then Success Magazine, definitely geared towards entrepreneurship, and really lots of different authors and perspectives that open the doors for that. And so once this is kind of getting long, I'll wrap it up.
It's all good. It's all
I
good
know we need
stuff.
to get to the content. But so after that life-changing trip to Tulum, we realized that entrepreneurship was for us and that we wanted to create something very powerful to contribute to the world that would transform lives. And yoga had transformed our lives. It was one of the healing modalities that my husband used and even I used to kind of move through just that breakdown that he had, to really understand what was going on and to heal a lot of any kind of past issues that he went through. And we started Love Mat Yoga, so a yoga mat company. And our main goal with that company was to remind people to love. You know, we had a conversation one night, pillow talk, and we realized that the best thing that we could do for others and that people really appreciated in us was our love. We just always took care of people who needed help throughout our lives, and people recognized us for that. So we joked, why can we not become professional lovers? Why can't that be a profession versus these 9 to 5s? And so we're like, why not? So we were like, how can we create a business that is all about love? And so Love Mat was born, which led me to my true purpose, which I now realize is coaching. And, you know, I had many people start to come to me when I launched Love Mat and ask me if I could support them in building their own business. And at first I told them, sorry, you know, I'm really trying to get my business off the ground. I'm happy to recommend you to someone else. So, you know, recommend someone else, refer you. And, you know, after the umpteenth person came to me, like, you know, the universe had to smack me upside the head. And I realized that this is how I could truly be of service. And so I started coaching alongside Love Mat. And that brings me today. You know, I really want to be able to live a life of true freedom. You know, especially the freedom that comes with having a mind that's at peace, but also the financial freedom, the freedom of location, the freedom to just express myself fully. So here I am in front of you today. So I'm excited to share my journey and the knowledge and the wisdom that I've accumulated over my lifetime.
What a gorgeous story. Now, the whole time I've been holding my love quartz before you even started talking. I don't know if you're into stones. I'm an empath, so I read energy, and I have stones to help ground me. But the entire time you're talking, I'm just getting flooded with energy and goosebumps and just all kinds of great energy. Woo! You're like so divinely aligned. Wow. Like I'm like, I hope I don't start levitating right now. I'm just kidding.
That would be fun.
Like, wow, she does magic on her shows?
I know, right?
I am in Vegas. Anything's possible.
I know. I need to come see you out there.
Anytime. So exciting, because love really is the core of everything. And I'm sure we've all taken the core assessments and our core principles and those little assessments that you take to kind of see what drives you. And mine's love. So I can relate 100% to what you're saying. Yeah. And I notice whenever I'm kind of off that day, it's because I need to get circled back into that love space again. I got into the ego too much, or I got into the victim mindset too much. And then once I get centered again, everything's in flow. So I love your story. So I take it your husband's doing better now, right?
Oh, yeah. He is a different person. Well, so we're always, like, our true selves are always present within us. It's just sometimes they get buried by the conditioning, the ego, you know, and, you know, the man that I met and have loved for over 22 years now. We've been together for 22 years. He was always present. It's just, there was a point where that job it brought up all of the, just tough time he had as a kid growing up, and a lot of things that he had suppressed that needed to come up. Needed to come up in order for him to start moving forward in his life.
I think the most freeing part of being an entrepreneur is you get to be you. It's just kind of I get to make the rules. No one's going to come and censor me and tell me how to do or be and act and what mask I should wear that day. That was the most, I guess, revealing aha moment for me. It was like, Carrie, no one's going to tell you your blog's all wrong. You get to be you.
I know. I had a similar moment. It's like when I write my emails, I love putting lots of exclamation points. I love put, kisses and hugs. And I just was thinking when I first started the entrepreneurial journey, how, you can't do that in business. And when I started my own business, I'm like, you know what? Screw it. This is what I love to do. This is me.
Yep.
They're going to, if they don't like the exclamation points, that's okay. They'll find
Right.
someone who does just periods and is
Yeah.
really to the point.
Right. All the
Yeah.
proper
I love
enunciation.
that. Yeah.
Yes. We relate to that though. It shows your personality and people gravitate to that kind of writing anyway. So
Right.
yeah, we feel the energy behind the words for sure. So let's
Yeah.
talk a little bit about marketing, since obviously you did it with love,
Yeah.
which I think is yummy as can be.
Yeah.
Let's talk about the driving force behind marketing, because as an empath, like I mentioned before, when people type out words or put bright banner, I can feel the energy behind it. Even when someone private messages you, you can feel the energy behind the message.
Of course, yeah. Intention is everything.
So what do you think should be the driving force? Because everybody's going to say it's money. Duh, we would be marketing if we weren't trying to make money, right? So what do you think the driving force should be? What's worked for you?
Yeah. So while money is important, money is just love. It's energy flow. It's an exchange of energy. For me, it really is always coming back to our big why. Our big why is, I'm sure you've heard it before. It's a combination of what we love, what we're excellent at, what people need and are willing to pay for.
Right.
But we have to become obsessed with our why. Every single day, we need to wake up and reconnect to that. So it's like, why am I here? Why are you here? Each of us was born with this divine message inside of us that we need to share it. Like, certain truths that when you speak them, certain groups of people are going to understand them. I'm going to speak the same truths, but they may not understand the way I say it. So the more people we have out there speaking their truth and sharing this wisdom, the more people are going to get it. And so, I realize that, just to give you an example, my why is that I realize that I don't want people to suffer. I want them to thrive in life, and I want them to realize that their brains are controlling their reality. That we get to use them as the tools they are in order to create whatever reality we want versus having them use us. So, just connecting to your why. One of the exercises that I have my clients do is, what injustice in the world do you want to solve? How do you want to heal the world? What really pisses you off? Because that's a good indicator, for me, seeing people suffer and struggle when I know that they don't have to, that, gets me riled up. That's something that I want, to hopefully end eventually. I know it's going to take lots of time, beyond my life here in this little body, but
right.
But so what really just stirs your soul? What cause do you really want to be an advocate for? What frustrates you? What do you want to make better on this planet? And dedicate your life to that, because that's what we need more of. Like, seriously, that's what we need more of. So please,
Yes.
take the time to really tune in to your why. And I know sometimes we can feel, like, oh, I don't know what my why is. It's in there. It's in there. It's in there. It's in there. It just gets buried underneath all of this daily life. So it's important that you make time to get quiet with yourself. And usually our why is the thing that's right under our nose. Like me becoming a coach, it was something that had come so naturally to me, even since I was a child. I would have complete strangers, including adults, come to me and ask me, really powerful questions and share very intimate details of their life, hoping that I could help them move forward in life. And I seemed to have all the right answers. And it's just something that came naturally, and I took it for granted, that I didn't realize that was my true gift and my purpose.
Yes. Because we think work is supposed to be hard, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Some of us are born leaders. We really are. My mom said I was influential in the neighborhood, but I was really bossy. It was more bossy.
That's great, though.
But like you, I would have people just sit down in the corporate world and just plop down in front of my desk and start talking to me and asking me questions. And I'm like, who are you? What department are you from? Why are you here?
Right.
People, strangers coming up in shopping store lines, ask you questions and want advice and tell you their life story. Like, what the heck? Do I have a sign on me?
I know, totally. I'm right there with you, honey.
Yeah, it's definitely a God-given gift.
A little magnet to help.
Yes.
Yeah.
We're the helpers. Yeah, we're the messengers. I love that. That's a beautiful space. It is true the driving force really does need to be that passion inside of you. We can feel it when you're being fake or you're doing what you think you're supposed to do versus what you really want to do. And there's a big difference in business, of really doing what your soul calling is. We feel that. We feel that. I was raised as a pastor's kid, so I saw my dad live his purpose in front of me. Not just, he didn't just build the church. He actually physically built the church as a carpenter as well. And, pulled in the congregation. And he was a man on fire. And I just saw him just so passionate about helping people and healing and all that yummy stuff that I don't know anything else.
Right.
It's Dad's fault.
No. Yeah. Amazing influence. And you're a little love spark from him. So
yes. And my daughter is a big love spark. Yeah. She's an Aries. She's all fire.
Oh yeah. Yeah. That's amazing. I love it.
It's good stuff. It's good stuff. So guys, seriously, find that driving force. Because if it's just money, we can feel that. That's that icky marketing we see out there. That's almost like repellent. And I know you see it too. And you're just like, oh, I've heard that pitch 10 times from somebody else. Yeah.
If you're doing that, it's all right, but now that
right,
connect to that why, be of service, take inspired action. Whenever you get the divine downloads, the message that you need to share, you act on it right then and there. And that's going to increase the law of attraction. It's going to attract the people to you. And so it's up to you to continue to draw them to you, inspire them through your work. And then obviously you need to ask for the sale. You need to have something that you can, share with them that you can charge for.
Absolutely. And you're so right about that. Because I have some people that are great, and clients too, great at creating a lot of buzz, but there's no call to action. So they've got a lot of followers and a big list, but nothing else is happening. Give people what to do. We're actually looking for that.
Right.
Like, okay, that's a great idea. Where do I go? What do I do? How do I get that?
Yeah.
So we need that call to action.
Exactly. Yeah.
Huge. Otherwise, you're just making a lot of noise. So let's talk about flow, which is one of my favorite topics in the world.
Yeah.
I like flow. To me, obviously you see this in the business, a lot of hustle. And then you see people like, no, that's not in alignment. And then I was trained working for a global business coaching company for years to hustle. Like, don't take a bathroom break, just go.
Yeah.
And that doesn't work either. Because in my opinion, when you're hustling all the time, you're not having any chance to reap what you sow. You're just so busy. You're missing it. Like no time to receive.
I know. Yeah.
So talk to me about flow. I think it's a good match of masculine and feminine energies. Tell me your take on it.
Yeah. So, for me, I am really curious about how the mind works. And so, let me back up. So our brains they're filled with billions of neurons, and these neurons communicate to one another through brain waves, through energy, through electricity. And so we've got 4 different brain waves. So we've got the beta, the alpha, the theta, and the delta. And usually during our waking hours, we're in the beta, which is like, and so it's really hard for us, when we're constantly in that mode, in that brain wave length. It's really hard for us to be creative and to come up with solutions to really challenging problems. And so the goal is, obviously you want to be in that space to be productive, in that conscious, aware state of mind, to be productive and to create our marketing content and to, facilitate everything we need to do in our business. But in order to create really amazing, content, we need to get more into that alpha state, which is a more relaxed state. And we can do this through, my favorite is nature and exercise, actually that combination. Any kind of moving meditation. Nature, obviously, we're away from technology. We're in what I love to call the true reality versus the reality that exists in our head.
Yeah.
And so when we deactivate, the frontal cortex of our brain and chill it out and get into that alpha wavelength, then we can really start to tap into our creativity. And we can start to find, the solution to really challenging problems. Before I came here to, meet with you, I was out on my run and I had all these amazing divine downloads. It takes a little bit of time too to kind of drop down into that alpha state. So, you can do it through, just immersing yourself in nature, letting everything in your body just slow down, let your mind, your thoughts slow down. Exercise is amazing. It doesn't have to be anything rigorous like running or cycling. It could be dancing. It can be a yoga practice. Just anything where you're able to get into this moving meditation. And then also, silent meditation too, where you're just sitting still and you're allowing your mind to calm down through just practicing presence, to taking a look around the room and really observing what's around you. Every single detail. Like right now, I've got this chair in front of me. It's got a curved back. It's got slats that go, vertically down to the seat, and just really get lost in the detail of the present moment. And then come back into your body and come back into your breath and feel the sensations in your body and of your breath, entering your body, exhaling, and just get really present. And that'll help you kind of come down into that alpha state, from the beta to the alpha. And then music too. There's music out there that'll help you drop down into the lower wave, brainwave lengths. That can help you. And actually the meditation I'll be sharing with you guys in a little bit, I have some music in the background of my meditation that'll help, bring you into a more receptive state so that you can really take in the words that I'm sharing with you and embody them. So yeah, the flow state is just getting out of that, kind of that monkey mind, which does serve its purpose, but chilling out so you can get a little perspective and so that you can tune into your best ideas and make the most difference. And
that's where we get the answers. So our monkey mind's going, how do I get this? How do I, and it's like, shut up and sit down. I'm going to tell you.
That's right.
Chill out, girl. Go for a hike.
Right. Exactly. Yeah.
Which is my favorite thing to do in Vegas here. It's lots of nature and mountains and canyons. So I just disappear. Ugh, love it.
Yeah.
Love it. Are you going to tell us about theta and delta too, or are those missing pieces of your brain? I'm just curious. I'm taking notes.
So theta, there's still like a little bit of, awareness, but it's very, very little. And then delta's when you're like knocked out cold, you're sleeping.
Okay. Yeah. Theta's when you're high. Is that what you're telling me, Emily?
It is.
You are so in your higher self.
So also I should mention, when we're first coming out of sleep, and I do this every morning when I wake up, I'm like, all right, I'm in this space where I'm very receptive and I can hear my own internal guidance very clearly. And I'm like, okay, what is my intention for today? Who do I need to reach out to and speak to? Who really needs my support? What divine inspired action can I take today to support myself and my clients in moving forward in their businesses and lives? So it's just, we're in that really, just when you first wake up, you're so clear, like you're a baby again, there's no agenda. Just really leverage and utilize that time.
That's my favorite time of the day. And if you don't have to rush somewhere, it's even better. You just kind of can sit into it, just kind of slowly embrace the day. But I'm like, good morning, God, just first thing, what's up, like, hey, I'm so grateful. Let's just start off with gratitude. And I just love this pillow.
I know, it's so snuggly. My snuggly soft sheets.
That's right. Yep. Good stuff. I love that. Being here in Vegas, it's about 290 days a year of sunshine. Yeah. So I wear an eye mask, otherwise I'll wake up at 5 a.m. with the sun shining. But but it's just that calming sunshine streaming into the window. How can you be in a bad mood? You just wake up.
Right.
And you wake up working for yourself. I mean, my traffic jam is from the bedroom to the home office,
Exactly.
in my
I love
jammies most
it.
days.
I know. Jam jam.
It's good stuff. Good stuff. Great input. I took good notes. I
Cool.
worked with an energy coach for a long time that would just say, Carrie, you're in
Yeah.
beta. Chill out,
Uh-huh.
girl. Go get an alpha.
Yeah.
That's all that
It's good
is.
to, kind of go through all the different stages
Yep.
throughout the course of a
I love
24-hour
that.
period.
I
Yeah.
love that. I love that.
Oh,
Great
yeah.
tip on getting present is just focusing. I love that. Just on the detail quick and just watching the
Yeah,
detail.
yeah.
Something you're seeing in front of you right now is a good space.
Exactly. Helps you
Yep.
get back into the moment and get you out
Yep.
of your head.
Yep. Present moments where the happiness is.
Mm-hmm.
Beautiful. So let's talk about a little bit more on how you use certain marketing strategies. I know you've got a unique formula that you use for creating online marketing that converts into sales, not just a call to action, but money.
Right.
So let's talk about that a little bit. What's your unique formula?
So obviously it's, again, connecting to that why. And you need to be in a flow state to do a lot of these things that I'm going to ask you to do. But of course you need to take action, which means you do need to be into that, the beta. But just really connecting to your why and something greater than yourself. It's so easy to get caught up in our own drama and, fall into that victim mode when it's okay, but we need to create new habits and rituals to pull ourselves out of that into a space of empowerment.
Yes.
And so that's the other piece too, is that we really have to commit to showing up as a leader in life. When I first started, my entrepreneurial journey, I was used to being a more behind the scenes person in my 9-to-5. Although I was called to be a leader, I was a marketing director, my last job. But it's so easy to, kind of sit behind the big mask of your company and be a little more quiet. But when we become an entrepreneur, I truly believe that those of us who are called to do it, we do have a big message. We do have a big mission that we know that we must fulfill. And you've got to lead. You have to lead. And sometimes it can be really challenging to get into that leadership role.
Yes.
But one of the things that I love to do is, every morning, who is the woman that I am here to become? Who is this leader? And just start to visualize and figure out who she is. And she keeps evolving as I continue to learn and grow. She keeps evolving with me. And, she just keeps getting more and more powerful and courageous. So I'm excited for you guys to start to envision who you're meant to be in the near future, in any given moment, really.
Yes.
So we also need to live really interesting lives.
And not just pretend ones on Facebook, guys.
That's right. So, and I've experimented, I've leaned back in my business and I've, taken a more passive role. And of course, the sales, they don't come. And I've learned that I cannot live a mediocre life. And I honestly don't want every human being to settle for mediocrity, because we are capable of so much more. You are capable of so much more. And so you need to figure out what it is that you want to do in your life that's going to make it fulfilling and exciting, that's going to make it make your life legendary. Again, we do need moments to reprieve and to relax and rest and kind of recharge, recreate ourselves, recreate. But at the same time, we really need to live a life that is full of passion and excitement and love. And then that is what's going to attract like-minded people. Like, how in the heck is she doing this? Mm-hmm. So if I can hold you accountable to doing one thing today, it would be, all right, let's design your dream life and start living it. No matter how small the first step is, take that first step and just get out there and do it. We need to be of service. A lot of us, obviously, we want to know what our financial goal is. Like, how much money do I want to make in a year? If you want to break it out into quarters, we can do that. But the way that I do it is I have that goal and I put it aside. how many people do I want to serve? And then I make my main focus on speaking to those people, because we all create products and services that cost X amount of dollars. And if we sell X amount of those, packages, products, services, we'll make, whatever the big financial goal is. That's all fine and great. But if we're not connected to the living human beings that we are here to support and serve and lead through a transformation, we are not going to make any money. We're not going to make the impact that we were born to make. We're just going to, we're going to flail.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't want you to flail.
Right.
I want you to really connect to those people, even if you need to use, a past client or a friend that you really love, that you really want to see succeed in life, use that person as your fuel. Like, how can I really transform her life or his life? And what do I need to do? What steps do I need to take this person through in order to achieve this transformation? And you just make that your single focus, like just really tuning into those people, knowing that once you enroll them or once you sell that product, that they're going to pay you X amount of dollars to, and you sell X amount of them to reach that big financial goal. So it's really about being of service.
I agree. It's not a numbers game. I've been in sales since I was 16 years old. And when people say that, not in this industry, it's a relationship business, that no like trust factor has to be there. And when you're actually stepping in and being a guide from the side, you want to know as much about them as possible. My clients become family. It's just extended family now, so.
Yeah, mine too. They're my soulmates. They really are. And I had one of them, private messaged me the other day. She just enrolled her first client. So my husband and I Skyped with her and, did the happy dance with her.
Yep.
My clients are constantly, from years ago, still coming to me and sharing their accomplishments and just letting me know that they're thinking about me
Yep. Years later. That's why I love living here. Years later, they'll come in. I just had one from Ireland fly in a couple weeks ago and got to hang out with her for coffee quick. And, kind of spoiled living here. A lot of people come to Vegas, so it works out in my favor.
Yep.
I'll go play. So good stuff. It's good stuff. It's great selling products and programs, but it's not as fulfilling. I'm sure you see that too, where, actually getting to see the transformation. I'm a little selfish. I like to see the results. It's fun for me. It just makes it even more exciting in the long run. So I love that. I love that you truly take it through an authentic process from start to finish, because that's what marketing really is about. And that's what we've been talking about in this whole series is shut out the noise, get you to be you, get be in your why, strip off the mask, and attract your ideal client by truly telling your story.
And
shouldn't be that hard, guys.
It's that darn brain.
Back to beta.
I know. But no, it's okay. It's practice. It's like, oh, here goes my brain again. It's going crazy.
Right.
Time to come back to this moment so that I can be of the greatest service.
Right. You always know when you're in beta. You always know when you're in beta because you're like this human doing. And I've got a few clients that I'm like, okay, time to be the human being today. Don't even promote anything. Just let go for a minute, just stop.
Yeah, definitely.
Just want to rip the laptop out of their hands. They stop it.
Snap it out of their hands. I know. Scott and I are very dramatic, like, all right, let's collapse these laptops. And
that's right. Go take a walk. Yeah. Go get connected again. Yeah, I love that. Yeah. Good reminder, because I've been working a lot of hours and behind my laptop, unfortunately, this past couple months. Just lots going on, lots of launches, opened up a whole nother company. It's all good. But it's a good reminder, Carrie, you're happiest when you go play outside. Go play outside.
That's right, Carrie. Get your
my little
on.
Reminder. Yep.
Yeah.
I got it. I got the
messages. Do that for yourself. Yeah.
Yes, absolutely. My daughter's 13 and she does get me to play. She's my perfect advocate to be a child.
13, I should say. She's a young one.
She is. She keeps me young for sure. Love it. I'm always in my childlike mind with her around. So let's share with the audience your beautiful meditation free offer that you've got for us. Explain what they're going to get today.
Yeah. So, something that I love to do and I share with my clients is just who is the woman that you want to become. I know that we do have men on there, so please, don't feel like you're being excluded. It's just who is this powerful, amazing leader that you're meant to become during this lifetime, and really owning that. And so the meditation I put together, it's at lovematyoga.com/becoming-her-meditation. But like I said, I do incorporate, some music that'll help you drop into a more receptive state so that you can hear the words that I'm sharing with you. So that you can really kind of go through my own visualization that I love to use of, what does it look like to be the highest version of yourself? And, what internal shifts need to take place in order for you to become this person? And what external activities do you need to do to facilitate this development of you becoming, your greatest self?
I love
it's just really
that.
about that. Yeah.
Something so powerful about self-guided meditations. They're especially good for anyone that has struggles with any kind of meditation. They can't quite turn off that beta brain. Right. It just calms you, puts you into that space. I love that. Love that. Mm-hmm. We do. I get stuck in the doing part and forget, Carrie, you're a leader. You're meant to do this. Mm-hmm. Stop watching everybody else. Just take your role and go make it happen.
It's very easy to get caught up in it.
Yeah, absolutely. Mm-hmm. Beautiful, guys. So the link is below this video. Please get that immediately. You will use it. We're all meant to step into some type of leadership role, whether you have your own business or not. It could be the leadership of your own home, running the house properly. God help us with kids and husbands and all that stuff.
I know.
It could be leader at your community, your kid's school. Anything's possible, and I think we all have that inner leader inside of us. It's just waiting for that permission to use it. Yeah.
Yep.
Good
stuff. Well, consider this your permission.
That's right. Absolutely.
It's time.
Absolutely. Any final thoughts, Miss Emily Rose, for our audience today from you?
Just know that you're amazing. You're perfect. You're, divinity expressed in human form.
Yes.
So just knowing that truth, get out there and share that message.
Absolutely. You definitely speak from a core value of your heart. I can feel it. It's like huge. Yeah. Love that. That's yummy and delicious.
Yeah. And I just had a sweet woman in here bring me a little fruit drink.
Nice.
Like a pineapple smoothie.
Yummy. I
know. Yeah.
Thank you.
I'm really grateful for her. All right. You guys are amazing.
Yes.
And and you're in good hands with Carrie. So
absolutely.
I'm glad that I can be a part of your community, Carrie. I'm very grateful and really appreciate it. So
absolutely. We appreciate your time, Emily. You shared tons of wealth of information. I've got good notes in front of me as well. So big hugs, big love, guys. So thank you so much, Emily. We'll see you guys in the next episode. Bye.
Bye.